Right, what's going on, boys? Welcome everybody back to another video. Now you may notice something different, and I have gone ahead and brought a new webcam, a better quality. Also the lens as well is more further out as well, so it can help focus better. So I mean, if you guys notice anything different, let me know down below. But today, boys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking Premier League fullbacks on cheap, good and elite tier. We've done cams, centre mids, CDMs, wingers and strikers. Now we're going to work on fullbacks, and then obviously we'll try to get centre backs as well, and we may even look at goalies. Then what we're going to do is we're going to whip it up all into one video and, you know, put it all together so you can just watch that if you want to, like, shorten it a little bit. But hopefully we're doing good today, boys. Remember as well, make sure to drop a sub if you do enjoy. And the main mission of this year is to, you know, obviously give you guys maybe, like, some advice, you know, should you buy this player? But cheaper options don't necessarily mean they're going to be bad. But, you know, just the players that aren't as good as the ones in the good tier. And then, obviously, you've got the elite tier where, you know, the very, very elite fullbacks are. Without further ado, boys, let's get into it. So, boys, the first player in a cheap tier is going to be Emerson for Tottenham. Now, he's got 84 pace. His defending and everything else isn't crazy. It's in, like, the low 70s or, you know, the mid 70s. But his 84 pace, and EA have seemed to, you know, butcher the pace this year for fullbacks. So, the fact that he's got 84 pace as a gold common is very nice, and he's going to be probably no more than 10,000 coins because you very rarely see gold commons that are more than 10,000 coins at the beginning of the game. I feel like one of the only gold commons that will be like this year is Godfrey for Everton. But still, lads, Emerson, very, very solid card and a very nice cheap starter option. Next up, boys, we have it gone for Chilwell. Now, he's only got like 76 pace, I'm pretty sure. Although he's 82 rated, he's got good defensive stats, he's got good physical stats. His 76 pace just simply isn't enough to keep up with, you know, all the pacey players. And with centre-backs being so fast this year, you're seeing 40-year-old Pepe's getting a, you know, 14 pace boost. And, you know, the best way to counter fast centre-backs is fast attackers. So everyone's going to be rocking for sweaty 90-plus pace attackers. And sadly, Chilwell with his 76 pace, he'll be very exposed down that left-hand side. Defensively, he'll be very, very good. Going forward as well with his work rates, but still just not quite enough pace to keep up. Next up, boys, similar story. We're going to go for Reece James. He's only got 80 pace. He's actually a right wing back this year as well. But still, he's actually, I can't lie, I feel like Reece James has got a better body type than Chilwell in game. I'm pretty sure he's 1 or 2 inches shorter, but he just, you know, feels better on the ball. He's got better agility, better balance, but still, you know, he's got 80 pace, which is better. He's got 4 more pace than Chilwell, and it won't be too bad, especially if you go with like a catalyst or, you know, a shadow to get that plus 10 pace boost. Then he'll go to 90 pace, which isn't necessarily bad, but once again, you know, comparing him to a fullbacks in the good and elite tier, it's not quite up to par. Next up, boys, we are going to go for Luke Shaw. Now, this may surprise a few people, but once again, I don't know how, but 79 pace for Luke Shaw. You've got Pepe, the 39-year-old Portuguese centre-back for Porto, has got 80 pace. So you're telling me Pepe for Porto is faster than Luke Shaw? I don't understand it, boys. I don't understand it. He has been absolutely shafted, and for that reason, boys, he makes a cheap tier. His dribbling, like, actually on the ball, he'll be very solid. He's like 5'11 as well, so his body type won't be ridiculous, but his defending, physical, and his interceptions are definitely going to be the highlights of him. Very, very unfortunate just that his pace has been butchered this year. Even with a shadow going to 89 pace isn't still quite enough, especially coming up against all those sweaty wingers. Next, boys, it is going to be his partner in crime. I say partner in crime. Alex Telles. And he barely plays for Manchester United. I don't think he's played a game for months now. But Alex Telles, he's got a -2, which is very fair. I mean, he's not played, and when he did, I think he got 1 or 2 games, and he didn't play amazing. And obviously, Luke Shaw pushed through to the first team, and United haven't looked back since. So yeah, Telles, not an amazing card, but I actually think he's got like 83 pace, which is actually not too bad. Going to 93 with a right chem style, obviously, he'll definitely be an okay starting left back option. Next up, boys, it is going to be Nelson Semedo, who has had a -9 pace boost. That's right, he had 91 pace or 92 pace last year, and he's got 83 pace this year. He's got a -3 for Wolves, and that's only fair. He's had a very rough season at Wolves. I feel like last FIFA I would have put him in a good tier because he had like 90 plus pace, his defending and physical was okay, but his dribbling, he felt really good on the ball. Whereas this year, he doesn't really have the pace anymore. His defending and physical is only 75. yes, his dribbling will still be good. He'll still feel good on the ball and be an okay starting right back. But still, man, the pace has been butchered, and for that reason, he makes the cheap tier. So that makes up the cheap tier. If I had to pick one from this tier, I'd probably lean towards Nelson Semedo, to be completely honest with you guys, or maybe even Emerson, to be honest. Next, boys, we are going to head over to the good tier. Now, the good tier, you know, are maybe mid-priced ones, and, you know, basically the good tier is just saying players that aren't as good as the ones in the elite tier, but they're better than the ones in the cheap tier, if you will. So the first one in the good tier is going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, if this was going off of real life, he would 110% be in the elite tier. Trent's passing of 88 is absolutely phenomenal. His body type, like going into tackles, is defending, and like, you know, he towers over his opponent. He's 5'11", but once he's slim, he feels taller, if that makes sense. So, you know, his passing, his body type, his on the ball isn't crazy. It's actually, his agility and balance isn't great, but his defending, interceptions, all of that good stuff is really, really nice. And the only letdown is, once again, 79 pace. Just it doesn't make sense, man. I've butchered pace for fullbacks this year. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, still, he's going to be good. If he had like 85 plus pace, he would 100% make the elite tier. But I honestly feel like chuck a shadow on Trent or an anchor and chuck him as a CDM in game. I'd much rather use this card as a CDM than a fullback. He's just not fast enough for a fullback, but still, having as good of passing as he does, you just can't put him in a cheap tier. So he is going to be the first one on a good tier list. Next up, boys, we are going to go for Reguilon, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced, for Tottenham. Now, he's actually had a -1 downgrade, but he's had like a +1 pace, a +2 shooting, +1 passing. I think he's got a -1 defending and physical, but he's got like a +2 dribbling. So although he got a -1, he's actually got better stats than he did last year on his 82 rated. And I mean, Reguilon, in real life, he isn't insane, but he isn't bad at all, and he's got that 86 pace. And I feel like having that pace is going to be crucial this year. Once again, chuck a shadow on him, he goes to 95, 96 pace. He is going to be a very, very good fullback, I should say. Next, boys, we are going to go for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who has maintained his 83 rating. He's had, once again, -1 or 2 pace, as EA seem to be doing this with a lot of fullbacks this year, which is very unfortunate. But still, he looks like a really good card. And I was rocking his tots like so much during FIFA 21. And the thing with him, I didn't really like him at right back, because he's like 6'1", 6'2", or I think he's like 6 foot even. But his body type, as a fullback, I've never really liked big, you know, clunky fullbacks, and I've always preferred using him as a centre-back in game. Apparently, you know, fullbacks at centre-back aren't as good this year, coming into FIFA 22, but still, he'll be an okay fullback. He's got 84 pace, which isn't bad. Once again, you want to make sure you put a chem style on him to get that pace up. But other than that, boys, he's very strong. He's got the 4-star skill moves as well, so, you know, you can't complain too much in that scenario. Now, boys, the last two to make this list is going to be Ricardo Pereira. Now, he's got a -1 for Leicester. He didn't have a great season. He didn't play like an insane amount. And by no means is he bad. He's got a -1. His pace is still, you know, bearable. His dribbling and body type, in my opinion, is just the best thing about him. He feels very, very good on the ball. His physical is a little bit of a letdown, but still an okay card, and I reckon he does make that good tier. Now, the last card in a good tier, and in my opinion, the best value card, or the best card in a good tier, is going to be Cancelo for Manchester City, lads. Now, this is a very deserved upgrade. I believe, is he 85 or 86? He might be 86, so he might have gotten a +3. I know, he's either 85 or 86. You can see it on the screen now. Very, very good fullback IRL. One of the, you know, the best performing, most consistent Man City players. And I feel like this is just very deserved. 85 pace is not bad by any means. Once again, chuck the right chem style on him. His on the ball feels really nice. He's not the most silky with his body type, as he's like 5'11" and got like a little bit of a linky body type, if you will. But his agility, balance is good. His interceptions, defending, physical is all sorted. And in my opinion, he is the best one that does make up this good tier. Boys, heading on over to the elite tier, we've only got 2 elite tier fullbacks. And the first one is going to be Andrew Robertson. Now, I'm actually surprised he didn't get a -1 downgrade, because I think he was injured for like a short period of time, like, I mean, 20% of a season. But still, when he did play, he was really good. And obviously, Liverpool did struggle a little bit last season at the beginning, and they had a massive comeback towards the end, which you can only respect. But now, Robertson, I feel like 87 or 86 would have been fair. He's still a very, very good fullback. I think 84 pace in game with a shadow or a, you know, catalyst, whatever chem style. He gets that +10 pace. He goes to 94 pace. He'll be absolutely sorted. His defending, his dribbling, he's going to be a really, really nice left back, and definitely the best left back in the Premier League. And in my opinion, boys, the most elite fullback in this whole list, right back / left back, is going to be Kyle Walker. He's got the pace, and he is one of the only players in this tier list that has got 90 plus pace. They've butchered pace this year for fullbacks, and I think I'm right when I'm saying this. Kyle Walker is the only fullback this year with 90 plus pace. That is absolutely ridiculous considering last FIFA we had like 6 or 7. But nah, Kyle Walker for sure. Obviously, EA are trying to counter the fullbacks at centre-back meta, you know, making centre-backs more faster so people don't feel the need to play fullbacks at centre-back. But still, people are going to do it with Kyle Walker because he's got the defending, his physicals, you know, standard, it can do the job. On the ball dribbling is class, and 92 pace is ridiculous. So for me, he has to be an elite tier, and he's easily going to be hundreds of thousands of coins. But hey, I mean, it's probably the best fullback in the game. The best in the Premier League, definitely one of the best in the game. So boys, hopefully this tier list did help you guys out. Obviously as well, we did leave out lots of fullbacks that, you know, you're not really going to be looking at, like all the only gold common one that we've included is Emerson, because all the others had like 77 or 78 pace or even less. And then obviously we left out the gold rare fullbacks, like you know, an honourable mention is actually Digne for Everton, but still he's very similar to Luke Shaw, but I think he's only got like 78 pace this year, so I'm like, we may as well just not include him. So what I'm trying to say is we've got 13 fullbacks here that we've ranked, right? We're not going to rank like 30 of them because lots of them don't even make the cheap tier. Lots of them are really, really poor, like Davies for Tottenham, the Welsh left back, you know what I mean? So boys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do, you know, what league do you guys want next as well? Because we're going to try cover centre backs for the Premier League next, and then maybe goalies. So yeah, let me know what league you guys want next. I'm pretty sure we might look at the Bundesliga. Lads, spin your boy Davis. Once again, hopefully you like the new face cam and all that good stuff. And until next time, boys, see you later.